I'm Kelly Ologis. I will be graduating in May of 2016 at Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University.
Is this your first annual conference?
Yeah, this is my first time attending an IIE conference. I just got here a few hours ago, so I'm really excited to meet a ton of people. The crowd's pretty great this year. I wrote a technical conference paper and I'm presenting it tomorrow actually. It's on performance measurement systems, frameworks, and metrics in the public sector such as government and military.
Is there a particular career path that you're looking to learn more about, or maybe a particular sub-discipline of industrial engineering that you are interested in?
I'm interested in a variety of things such as society of health systems and lean manufacturing and supply chains. I'm really here just to learn more about what IE has to offer since our major is so versatile and we can do anything with it.
My name is Dan Thury. I'm with the North Central region. I'm the outgoing regional vice president.
How many of these have you been to?
This is my 7th in a row. This is my 7th total that I've gone to, 7th one in a row, and very excited to be here.
What do you look forward to each year?
Well, I mean, big time I look forward to the networking and catching up with friends and talking about what's going on in IE and with IIE. And I come here to do the regional operations board meetings and catch up with those folks and help with the strategic planning that's going on at that level. So a lot of fun.
Is there a particular problem or challenge you're dealing with in your workplace right now that you are seeking a solution to here?
Well, one thing that I get out of coming here is looking at engineering management related issues and hiring and what we're looking for in engineers and specifically what we can get out of the engineering profession that we can bring to our company. So.
I've traveled the world and seen the impact of technology applied to improve the lives of many and even change societies. I've seen the impact of developing affordable energy and clean water to remote areas of Africa and Asia. And I have come to believe that the world needs many more engineers to tackle the many challenges we face today, like climate change, efficient transportation, and environmentally friendly processes. And while all disciplines of engineering are needed, and many are in short supply, the industrial and systems engineer has a unique place among them all.
Hi, Hartman Duke from NJIT. First of all, thank you very much for your presentation. It was really informative, especially the graphs. My question is, cognitive diversity is obviously great, but a lot of times you can get people who have a very stubborn, sometimes, opinions, and how do you deal really with the possibility for people really not adjusting to each other? How do you compensate for that in your team management and project planning?
So I think that's a very good question. I think I'm actually blessed at the University of Michigan because we don't have any of those people in the IIE department. So we're very fortunate in that regard. But I think it is a challenging question. I think that one of the last questions that I had on my list is how do you manage these groups? I'm not the world's expert on that. I think it is a problem. You need to have people who are good at allowing everybody to have their say. You need to have an environment in which different opinions are respected and accepted as legitimate views. And it's a real challenge. I would say that, so Larry Seifert is the former chair of my department. His wife is in the business of running these groups. So she would probably be a better person to talk to about this than I would. And Larry would probably be better than I am. But I think it is an important challenge.
After the accident, of course, Accident Investigation Board was commissioned as it was after Challenger. And I think the most disturbing thing is that that accident board came back and said there's really 3 causes. And 2 of them should be really disturbing to you as an organization. There's clearly a physical cause. That foam coming off the tank, the orbiter flying in a debris field in which it was never intended to fly in, is a huge issue. The second one was the safety culture at NASA. NASA's known for its can-do spirit. The downside of that is that can-do spirit can cause you maybe to take more risks than you really should. And so you can see the quote there, the accident was probably not an anomalous random event, but likely rather rooted to some degree in NASA's history in human spaceflight programs and culture. And finally, organizational issues. Space Shuttle program does not consistently demonstrate the characteristics of organizations that effectively manage high risk. And so we spent the next years, and we're still spending those years, studying, well, how do you manage, how do you do engineering in a high-risk environment? Ironically, we got this criticism, and then within a year after the flight, not the same investigators, but the media and others were calling us risk averse because we stood down. We stood down for 2.5 years. We wanted to make sure it was safe to put people on. And then suddenly we're risk averse, so we had to manage that environment.
The question I have is, first off, if we've looked at or estimated the total impact of changes to chapters when it comes to both paper, for tax purposes and otherwise, but also if we've surveyed or would consider surveying students, departments to look at how many of them, how would they feel about the change? What do they feel it would impact them? Do they feel it would impact their job prospects? Do they feel there might be any confusion during the recruitment process when they're trying to get hired?
Okay, my name is Homero Contreras and I'm coming from Mexico.
And is this your first IIE conference?
No, I've been coming to these conferences since 2004 when I was studying a master's degree in Mexico.
All right. So you've obviously been here since more than a decade now.
Yeah.
What keeps you coming back year after year?
There are several reasons. One of them, I actually learn a lot from the conferences, specific in the tracks I am interested to. It's also an opportunity to have meetings with my colleagues from Mexico. It's rare, but we always meet here, not in Mexico, so this is our annual opportunity to meet, and this is also a reason to learn from other people, to meet other people, and also make some tourism.
Is there any particular track, session, keynote speaker, anything that you are finding at this year's conference that's going to help you professionally?
Yes, in particular, my main areas of research are simulation and strategic planning. So I have attended some specific presentations about engineering management and some about specific meta simulation procedures. So they can help me to my research, to my classes in Mexico. And a specific time I learned something about strategic planning applied to health systems, and I have my PhD thesis was made about delivery of medicines and drugs in Mexico, so it was in particular interest for future research for me.
We'll expect to see you coming again next year.
You can be sure I will be here next year in Anaheim, in California.
All right, well, thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed this year's conference.
Okay, thank you, David.